Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan Chain Alloy Snow Tire Chains here on our 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Now we're going to get a ladder pattern style chain here, which is going to give us really good traction for those starts and stops, as well as this square shaped link. That's going to be a little bit more aggressive than our typical twist link or a cable style chain, but not quite as intense as a V-bar style. I like the square link. I think it's a really good middle ground, and it's going to give you some good traction in those tricky situations. Overall, there's a manganese nickel alloy construction, keeping things nice and corrosion resistant over time. On the front end here, you can see we have 4 cams around the end. We can twist these and tighten up the chain to the tire so we get a good snug fit, as well as this little lever arm on the bottom. Again, pulling that over and linking that up is just going to get more tension out of the chain. Even with that, we do have a rubber tensioner on there. It's something we always recommend having just for an extra layer of security, making sure that tire chain stays on the way it's intended to, and nothing bad happens going down the road. These chains do come in a canvas bag, and unfortunately, this is my least favorite style. You can see already there's a rip. These are brand new, and these canvas bags just don't hold up over time. Personally, I'd maybe go for something like a plastic tote. Just grab that, you can put your chains in there, it's sealable and watertight, then you don't have to worry about it and you can just keep it in the back of your car nice and neat. And overall, installation is pretty easy. You do have to play around with the cams and the links just to find the right fitment for your tire, but once you've got it figured out, it's super easy to get on and off in a breeze. So to get started, we want to lay out the tire chain like this, make sure that nothing's tangled up or caught in itself, and we want to make sure it's in the proper orientation. So we can do that by checking for the cams, making sure those are on the outside, and with these hooks here, linking the chains together. There's a bit of a hook-shaped part to it. We want the smooth side face down because that's going to be what's actually touching and making contact with the tire. Once that's all good to go, we can grab it in the middle here and carefully drape it up over the tire. When we do this, we want to do our best to make sure it's staying centered front to back and side to side. That looks pretty good there, maybe a little bit to the left here. And once we're happy with where it's sitting on the tire, we can run to the back and make our first connection. So on the side closest to you, you'll see an end with a bunch of links. And then on the side by me, we have a hook. So those two ends will go together. Now, we don't necessarily have to hook this on the outermost link. I like to go for, at least to start out, this second link here, just to get a bit more tension on the back. And we can go into the front and make our next connection. Depending on how it fits up there, we may need to jump back, tighten this up, or loosen it a bit. But I think for the most part, this should be pretty good, and we can make that second connection. So around front here, we can grab our spare links and feed this arm through one of those links and fold it back on itself. Now, you want to feel some tension when you do this. Now these, we can use the included tool, insert that into the slotted hole and twist it like that. That first one, I felt a little bit of tension. And if I go for a second one here, I imagine I should be feeling a good amount more. And there we go, that's feeling really good. Now you do have 2 more cams, and if we wanted to, we could maybe loosen up this chain and instead tighten up one of these cams to get our tension. So I'll probably go ahead and do that, but it's just about finding the right fit for your tire. It can take some trial and error, especially with how many points of adjustment this one has for tightening it down. Our next step here is to take our rubber tensioner and add that on as a final layer of tightening up this chain. These don't come with your kit, but it's something that we always recommend just for the sake of safety and making sure these chains stay on the way they're intended to be fitting. Now, you want to go back and forth in this sort of star-shaped pattern, applying them as evenly as you can so we get nice even tension all around. Now, you don't want to go on those links with the cams because it will kind of pull on them. So I'll go right next to it there. That should be good right there. And right there, we can see that is pulling out a lot of that slack. And at this point, ready to go, install this on the other side, get in your car, drive forward a few times, let those chains kind of adjust and settle in. They'll probably loosen up a bit. You can make your final tightening adjustments if need be, and continue on your way. You just want to make sure that driving over them, that you let them settle in and get things nice and snug. And overall, these chains are going to do a very good job of getting you out of those tough situations in bad weather. I like them because they're a good middle ground option. It's a good on-road chain, but it's not so low profile that it's not going to bite in enough. It's going to get you the good traction you need, and it's going to get the job done. Thanks for watching.